390 Wagon Master here. Okay, so back on the bench out here at the garage. It's cold out here today, boys. I have put my upgraded shunt in here. That's a 100 amp shunt. Put a 100 amp meter in it. I don't know what I was thinking at 50. It's just what I had. And Wagon Master got caught being on the cheap, I guess. So here's what I have. I'm running a thick gauge cable to a really good healthy service right there. I'm just using factory wires here. This is like computer monitor type wire. I don't know what gauge it is in reality. And then I have my DC amp clamp, ampy clampy, and then our load pile. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to read to you the amperage here, and then I'll let you guys watch this on the screeny screen. Let me put the phone down here. Put down the phone. All right, I guess I should have brought a tripod out. Okay, over here, obviously you can watch volts. Check out how this power supply really doesn't lose voltage. It goes down about, I don't know, 0.2 of a volt or so last time I tried it. That is sitting at about 13.2. So let me see if I can do this. Now my load pile is already warm because I was doing some preliminary testing. But I'm going to jack this up to, my meter says 66 amps. 69. Okay, watch the voltmeter as I take it down. Not much movement. Real quick, let's take it to 80 amps. 84 amps on the meter here. And I don't want to destroy my load test. And it's getting warm. Yeah, buddy. Okay. I've seen this thing do 100. I don't know if my load test is going to like it. And I don't know if that does much damage to these. I saw some of the guys in Europe suck down 100 amps on this, but they were running at 220, and I'm running at 110, right? So I don't know, maybe that carbon pile's slowed or gone down enough. So I'm going to just kind of jam it and see what happens. So here we go. 100 amps. Not quite 100. Whoa! Didn't like that. Did you see that? My lights flickered. That didn't like that at all. What did we get to? Almost 100? Almost a Hunsky. Let's go back up to 80. There's 86.4. And, well, we got her nice and toasty. Let's do 60 again. 60. This says 60. The amp clamp says 63. And whatever the meter says over there. Whatever. I don't care. Look, I only wanted this as a bench power supply, like my master bench power supply. And I'm going to do a slave box coming out to make it kind of expandable, so I can put this power supply on one side of the bench, and then I'll have a little slave box to it on the other side of the bench, or remotely located somewhere else, and I'm just going to run some 10 gauge to it. So I'll have the lugs out the back here, and then I'll have another box, and I'm expecting about, I want to get about 50 out of that one, that little box. So I don't know, we'll see. Anyway, let's see if the tester's cooled down. It's still pretty warm. Let's check this. Okay, now it's not hot, but it's definitely not as cool. It's not as cool as the aluminum chassis. Do I have my, no, I do not have my heat sensor out here. So anyway, that's pretty cool. I'm extremely happy. Tell me what you guys think. Let's go one more time. Let's do 60. No, let's do 70. The thing's rated for 74. So we'll do 74. Oh, look at there. Now she's finally kicking on. Okay, let's do 74. 74. That's the first time I've had that fan come on. Never had that fan come on. I can smell the load pile. It's burning the paint off it. She's a virgin, boys. Haven't even taken the fun strip off here. So anyway. Wow. That's pretty cool. That's the first time I've kicked the fan on. What do you say? One more time. I mean, if I'm going to fry it, I'd rather fry it right here on the bench and have you guys watching me. Let's go to 60 again. Okay, 60. See, my load pile changes. It goes up as it heats up. 62. See what happens and get this fan kicking on. 66. It's climbing. Yeah, my load pile don't like that. You know, one thing about these, I guess they have many versions of these carbon pile testers, and they're all basically out of the same factory in China, and they're rated at 500 amp, and I don't know if I'd ever trust this. I don't know if I'd trust this at 500, and they get hot really super fast. And you know, I basically bought this with the intent of, you know, 100 amp max. I don't think I'll ever pull more than that. But then, hey, you know, I kind of underrated this. So, pretty cool. The fan is on the light speed right now. It's on the slowest speed, I guess you could say. And it's, dude, I mean, it's like room temperature warm here. And this is cold out here. But there we go. Anyway, I'm feeling pretty good about that, guys. All that's done. It smells kind of funky in here. I think it's that. This is kind of a prototype mounting bracket. I wanted to see how I like that before I do it in maybe, I don't know, like 30 thousandths aluminum or something. I don't know. Not really sure yet. And as you can see, oh, my clip lead just came in, and it'll definitely do the amps. I'm happy. Let's throw the lid on. All right. Well, it is finished. Upgraded to the 100 amp meter, which I'm glad I did, as you saw in those tests earlier. And I decided to not put the LED in there at the 13 volt mark. I like just that blue LED in there for effect. I think that looks kind of cool. So it's really soft too. The camera's kind of making it look harsh, but I have vellum paper in there between the LED and the back of the meter. So that's how that's going. Anyway, that's my pilot light. Just, I wanted that clean look on the front end. So yes, it's not technically a homebrew power supply build. You know, it's more of a power supply, I guess, assembly? Adaptation? Anyway, leave questions or comments down below. And thanks for watching.